Hey guys, welcome to Coffeeshop Vibes. I'm Mike. Today, what's the difference between Arabica and Robusta coffee beans? Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Mike. Welcome to Ispirare Coffee. Welcome to Coffeeshop Vibes, the show dedicated to enhance your specialty coffee shop knowledge and experience. If you know our backstory, my wife and I, we fell in love with coffee, took our passion of coffee, started Ispirare Coffee Company, and then ultimately opened the first specialty coffee shop in the history of our county. We love sharing new coffees and educating customers and people about coffees and the nuances of great coffee. Today is a topic that's quite, it's a highly searched topic. It's a topic people discuss, and is what's the difference between Arabica and Robusta. You might have heard that. What does it mean? There are three main differences besides taste. I'm going to dive into those in this short video. Well, the truth is, first off, if you go to a specialty coffee shop, and probably why I've never done this video before, is you're very unlikely to find Robusta. This is not Robusta beans, right? These aren't Robusta beans. Those aren't Robusta beans. We don't sell Robusta coffee. We've never sold it yet, never roasted it, and never offered it at our coffee shop. And 99.9% of specialty coffee shops in America would say the same thing, that Robusta is not on their menu. You might have seen Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, some of the bigger commercial chains, they don't even offer, and they'll say we're 100% Arabica coffees. Why is that? Because Arabica coffees are deemed to have better taste, which brings you to the question, why? Okay, so Robusta coffees are the most commonly grown coffees and still one of the major coffee crops in the world, but they grow at lower levels in Africa, South America, etc. And they can grow at levels around 400 meters, 1,000 meters, 800 meters, where Arabica coffee is typically high grown over 1,200 meters and above, 1,000 meters and above. The best stuff will come close to 2,000 meters, sometimes in Ethiopia or other countries that they put a premium price tag to. Because the altitude, I did a whole video on this, you can check it out, impacts the flavor of coffee, makes the coffee more flavorful because it has to stress the coffee plant to produce a coffee, the coffee fruit, which we take the seed out, etc. So anyway, the altitude actually does impact the taste of the coffee. So Robusta coffee has been deemed a lesser quality coffee, and that's why a lot of people do not serve Robusta coffee in a specialty coffee setting. You can still find it in your local supermarket or find it online very easily. I should note there are many varietals within coffee, particularly Arabica. People have heard of Kona, that's a varietal, Gesha, SL28, Typica, all types of different. In this mixture, even though this is a single origin coffee, there's 3 to 4 different varietals that helps protect against disease, etc. But Robusta and Arabica are two different types of coffees. The Robusta beans are going to be a little bit bigger than what you'll typically see in an Arabica coffee bean. Now, the quality difference has led to the other major difference between Arabica and Robusta, and that's price. Robusta is typically a cheaper coffee, and that's why you'll find it in lower grade coffees wherever you may shop. However, the reason I'm doing this video is there is a little bit of a change. There are a few farms specializing or trying to increase the profile of Robusta coffee, and sometimes it's better to be different than good, I guess, and they are offering, I saw a couple coffee merchants offering a high quality Robusta coffee, so they might be making their way into your local coffee shop sometime in the near future. Again, there'll be a little bit of a different change to what a lot of people are used to drinking. They are stronger. So the only exception in America we favor flavor, but in Europe, in espresso, you will find Robusta, even in the highest, in many countries, even in the fanciest cafes in Europe and other places in the world, in their espresso mix, you can find Robusta coffee beans because they have and produce a thicker head or crema on the shot of espresso. So if you would go to Italy, go to a fancy cafe, and even though you might be spending you might be buying a very, very high-priced espresso shot, rest assured, there is going to be Robusta in there to give it that kind of thick crema on the espresso. So in some cases, in Europe and some other countries, you will find Robusta coffees, particularly in the espresso, even at a high-end place. But in the United States, that hasn't been the case, although we might start seeing that gradually in a few different instances. And maybe you know of one right now. Finally, Robusta does have more caffeine. This is the one that people know about or sometimes confuse. Which coffee has more caffeine? People think that the Arabica, because it's grown higher, has more caffeine. That's not true. It has different flavor profiles, more diverse flavor profiles. But Robusta, by caffeine per volume, however you want to measure it, is actually a more caffeinated coffee. And some of these coffees that market themselves as the highest caffeine coffees in the world or whatever, or your country, or you can buy, right? Those coffees have extra, well, they have Robusta in it, and that gives them the more caffeine. So that's the difference between Arabica and Robusta. If you want to learn more about coffee, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I also do a show on this channel dedicated to espresso called Espresso Mike, if you want to learn about that. And guys, thanks again for watching the channel. Thanks again for supporting the channel. And wherever you are, enjoy great coffee, and we'll talk to you soon. Live inspired.